नमस्ते गेमर्स, द लेजी गेमर्स नेपालको MLBB कम्युनिटी हो। हिरो स्टोरीज, मोन्टाज क्लिप्स र टुर्नामेन्ट अपडेट्सको लागि जोइन हुनुहोस्।
All right, close your eyes for just a second and try to imagine the deep, untamed wilderness of the Land of Dawn. You know, every hunter out there genuinely believes they understand fear. They study the shadows. They respect the absolute silence of the woods. And Roger, well, he once believed he had mastered this world entirely. But as we're going to see today, true darkness isn't just something you hunt. Sometimes it's something you actually become. The most dangerous night of his life did not end with the death of a beast. It ended with the birth of one. This isn't just your standard run-of-the-mill tale about a guy who can turn into a wolf. No, it's a deeply psychological journey. It's about identity, sheer survival, and that terrifying, chilling moment when a fierce protector discovers that the very nightmare he spent his entire life hunting down is now coursing through his own veins. Okay, let's dive into the source material. To guide our journey today, we're pulling directly from the official lore parameters and those incredibly detailed story notebooks that shape this whole dark narrative. Our core theme today is a hunter fighting the beast within. We're going to break down the complete lore of Roger from Mobile Legends Bang Bang, unpacking exactly how a fiercely disciplined man transforms into an unstoppable force.
Part 1. The Master Hunter.
Listen, before the curse, Roger wasn't some kind of magical superhero or a chosen mage. He was just a deeply grounded, incredibly experienced man protecting the dangerous edges of civilization. And he didn't rely on brute strength either. He survived through extreme patience. It's like he could read the forest like a book, studying tiny footprints in the dirt to track predators, listening for the faint snap of broken branches, and constantly measuring the wind's direction so his own scent wouldn't give him away. But honestly, the most crucial skill? Recognizing missing sounds. The forest is never truly silent, right? So when it is, a true hunter knows death is practically standing next to them. That intense sensory connection to the world is literally what kept the settlement safe.
Part 2. The White Fang Nightmare.
But here's the thing. Even the absolute most prepared hunter can run into something that completely defies logic. White Fang wasn't just some large, angry animal. It was a total existential threat. We're talking about a terrifying, highly intelligent werewolf with unnatural speed and the raw strength to just utterly destroy anyone caught off guard. And a quick fun fact from the lore. Most beasts in that dark forest, they just rely on blind primal instinct. But White Fang, it hunted with cruel, deliberate calculation. Villagers and ordinary soldiers were completely useless against it. So Roger accepted the challenge, picking up the beast's trail, completely unaware that this specific hunt was about to permanently erase the boundary between hunter and prey.
Part 3. The Bite That Changed Everything.
This pursuit led him deeper into the absolute pitch-black wilderness than he had ever gone before. This was the absolute climax of his human life. For days, Roger followed these incredibly subtle signs into the dark. And then, hours of violent, brutal confrontation, steel against claws. This wasn't a normal hunt at all. It was a desperate, bloody battle for survival against a predator that just had unnatural endurance. And then, in a matter of mere seconds, it was over. White Fang's teeth sank into Roger, delivering a mortal wound. Now, whether you read the lore version where this acts as a sort of magical rebirth, or the one where it's a violently transmitted curse, the core truth is the same. Roger somehow survived, but the hunter was permanently, irreversibly marked by the beast.
Part 4. Surviving the Monster Within.
So the physical fight ends, right? But man, the true war was literally just starting. The curse didn't show up as some cool gift of power. It was an absolute, terrifying invasion of his mind and body. Let's look at how this builds. Step 1. His senses sharpened unnaturally. Normal sounds became deafening, and everyday smells became completely overwhelming. Then Step 2. The physical transformation took hold. The actual call of the moon physically shifted his bones, turning human hands into massive claws. And finally, Step 3, which is arguably the worst part, the psychological break. His careful human thought completely drowned beneath this massive wave of animal hunger and violent rage. The careful hunter just disappeared.
I want you to really think about this for a second. What happens when you gain the incredible power to destroy monsters, but that very power comes from the monster living inside of you? Roger knew exactly the kind of horrific destruction a werewolf could cause because, well, he'd spent his whole life seeing the bloody aftermath of their attacks. And now he had to look in the mirror and face the terrifying reality that he was that exact same threat.
Part 5. Man vs. Wolves. This impossible reality introduces the central, ongoing conflict of his entire character. It's an absolute division inside himself. On one side, you have his human form, This represents restraint, memory, and responsibility. It relies on ranged weapons and careful, tactical positioning. It is the pure discipline of his past. But then you look at his wolf form. It is pure instinct, raw hunger, brutal speed, and terrifying melee aggression. He isn't just switching weapons here. He's switching entire states of being. Every single time he transforms, he risks waking up the part of him that enjoys the slaughter just a little too much.
And what's really amazing is how this ties directly into how he operates in the Land of Dawn. Roger succeeds through balance, the same balance his character must maintain to preserve his humanity. This is a brilliant meta layer. Transforming into the wolf way too early is incredibly dangerous, right? But waiting too long means you completely waste the beast's raw power. You basically have to manage the exact same psychological tightrope that Roger walks every single day.
Oh, and as a quick lore aside, we absolutely have to mention his connection to Ruby here. Both of these characters are deeply, deeply tied to werewolves in the dangerous forests, but their journeys are essentially dark mirrors of each other. Think about it. Ruby is a tragic victim of werewolf violence who was forced to become a hunter just to survive. Roger, on the other hand, was a master hunter who ended up becoming part monster. Two totally opposite paths, forged by the exact same terror.
Part 6. A dark kind of heroism.
Honestly, a weaker person would have just totally surrendered to the curse and let that animal instinct erase their human memories. But Roger, he did something else entirely. He is driven by this incredibly deep desire for revenge against the creature and the curse that literally stole his life. Yet he absolutely refuses to surrender his mind to the beast. He chooses to harness this horrific condition to protect others, because he knows better than anyone what happens if monsters are left unchecked in the woods. He acts as both the stark warning of the curse's destructive power and the ultimate weapon against it. So the crucial point is really captured in this idea. Sometimes heroism is carrying darkness inside you and still choosing where to aim it. Roger fights because someone has to stand between that darkness and the innocent. He's angry, he's incredibly dangerous, and he's permanently, forever changed. But every single time he transforms and somehow manages to return to his human self, he proves that the curse hasn't won yet.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. If you were permanently cursed with the very darkness you fought your whole life to destroy, would you actually have the strength to aim it, or would the beast eventually control you? Roger's war is never truly over. That dark forest is always going to call to the animal in his blood. It's an endless, haunting struggle, and it absolutely makes him one of the most fascinating and dangerous survivors in the Land of Dawn.
नमस्ते गेमर्स, द लेजी गेमर्स नेपालको MLBB कम्युनिटी हो. हिरो स्टोरिज, मोन्टाज क्लिप्स र टुर्नामेन्ट अपडेट्सको लागि जोइन हुनुहोस्.